The moment I stopped chasing hard workouts was the moment that I started to feel and move better. So the younger version of me, I was an athlete. I worked really hard, lots of conditioning, lots of grinding in the weight room, trying to push as much as I possibly could. And what's funny is, when I tried to mimic that, just say a decade later and into my 30s, I was just I felt good during the lift, but the next 3 days I was so wiped out to where I was virtually useless for my family. And it just kind of made me think, well, what's the only difference here? Well, one, I'm not playing sports anymore, so I don't really think that was overly for me anymore. So it just kind of made me realize that season of my life is over, and it's just time to change. And it was time to change because there was more responsibilities at home, kids running around, and my body just aged. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of life, but you got to learn how to adapt. And while I was trying to make myself better, in a way, I was just making myself more tired, and I just wasn't a good version of myself for my family. And there was some nagging issues. Left shoulder bothered me, left knee, and sometimes my low back would get a little aggravated too. And there was a moment where I said, I might be winning these workouts, but I'm not really winning anywhere else. So what's something that I can change on a permanent basis to where I can win lifts, but still be a better version of myself for my family? So now what I switched to was, I want to build strength. So that means strength movements, compound movements. I want it to be simple. I want recovery involved in it, and I want to be intentional with how I train. So when I started to apply all of that, it's funny, I recovered better. I would still get sore. My lifts would be moving up. I wasn't wiped out for 3 days after the lift. I had better daily function. My consistency was there. And all the discomfort, the left shoulder, the knee, the low back, all that stuff went away. And for me, the strength built resilience. The strength supports day-to-day life, and strength will always help you age well. I stopped training just to survive lifts. I train now so I can show up stronger in life. So really quick, with how I changed the way that I was training, instead of it being random, what I do now is I try to get some sort of explosive lift in, and that's where the Olympic stuff comes into play. Squatting is every week, some sort of hinge work, always push, always pull, some sort of carry every other week. There's always core, and then you're going to have some accessories like rear delt. I will do arms like biceps, triceps things as well. But instead of it being random, it's all planned out now. Oh, and single leg stuff. Excuse me. You have to do single leg stuff. That has really alleviated a lot of my knee issues as well. So, here's what I'm going to say to you guys. If you're tired of chasing workouts, if you're tired of being exhausted from training, follow along.